Peace, peace. Welcome back to the space beyond infinity where there are no limitations. And I'm back with another vlog. How are y'all doing? Ooh, it's a bird. Interesting. I'm doing fine. I don't know. I'm in this weird transitional phase right now. And I'm just trying to fill out everything. Like, how am I feeling? What am I thinking? What are my thoughts and feelings on life right now? It's kind of weird. This palm leaf right here is kind of bent down. Looks like it wants to come down, but don't look like I could just pull it down. There's a beehive on this tree too, so I'm not really trying to fuck with it too much. But yeah. Like I said in my last vlog, like I've been watching this lady's like her testimony video. And in this testimony video, y'all, I done took down this hammock to see how I feel about it, and now I feel like I want it back because I kind of miss coming outside and sitting in the hammock. And I need to hang it back up. Anyway, yeah. So I just don't want to be influenced by other people's experiences when it comes to anything. So I've always done my best to not allow myself to be, too influenced. And just always done my best to try to put myself in a space of just understanding, just trying to understand from my own perspective. And I started back on my crown. Y'all, at first I just had this, and these were actually positioned differently. And then I put in sunflowers right here. And then I took these off and I put 2 more sunflowers, and I didn't like it, and I had to take the sunflowers off and put these back on here and reposition them and put these on here. And I don't know, I'm still figuring it out. But anyway, and this tree right here, this moringa tree, it's bare. It don't got no leaves, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, are you okay? Are you okay? All the seed pods that grew, they're starting to dry out, and I collected a couple of them, but are you okay? But I think it's okay, because they haven't told me otherwise. But yeah, are you okay? Anyway, yeah, I'm just trying to reconnect with my discernment. I don't want to believe that I've been being influenced by anything other than God. I don't believe that. I don't know why I feel like I have to consider something other than that. Because it's like when you talk about demon possession, people want to say like you don't really know. Like it's just there. And yeah, I've been watching all this Christian stuff, and it's just like I know that the spirit of confusion loves to be around me. I know that the spirit of confusion loves to try to dwell within me. That's the only spirit I can say I have allowed to be present in my reality, but I have, for the last, year or two, been trying to just expel that out of my life, the spirit of confusion, because baby, I ain't trying to be confused about nothing. But yeah, I've been watching these. Excuse excuse me, I watched her testimony, and then I watched, a couple other people's testimonies about they took shrooms, and this is what, they saw. Christians who took shrooms, and this is what they saw, whatever. I feel like her testimony made me feel like I had to throw away a lot of what I had believed in previously to see her testimony. But I feel like everything that I believed in previously to watching her testimony were things that God brought into my life and my reality. Actual God. My actual God brought these things into my reality for me to find clarity, for me to strengthen my relationship with my God. And I feel like I actually did that, and I connected with my actual God, and I feel like I have never confused my God with anything else ever. I don't think I've ever confused anything for God. Like, no, because God is God. And ain't nothing else God but God, I don't feel like I ever confused God with anything. Like, I confused anything to be God, and it wasn't God. I've never done that. And I was like, I watched part of it because it's 2 hours long, y'all. When I first watched to click on it, I watched about 30 minutes or so, and then I left. And then I went back and I watched another 30 minutes or so, 30, 40 minutes or whatever. Then I left, and then I came back and I finally watched the rest. Because I left, and then I was like, I'll go back, I'll watch some more and let's listen to what she had to say. And then I left again, and I was like, you know what? Because I was like, I wasn't going to finish it, but then I was like, let me finish it because it's making me feel like how I'm feeling. But at the same time as I'm watching it, it's just I'm not connecting with it. Like, I'm not connecting with it, and not in a way that I feel like I'm being influenced to feel like, oh, what she's saying is lies. Like, I mean, part of me wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything in my ear, in my mind, telling me what she was saying was lies, or not lies, but like making me doubt her and making me doubt God. But the funny thing is, but at the same time, I'm realizing what she is saying is making me doubt what I feel like God has told me. You see what I'm saying? But I'm like, at the same time, I mean, not at the same time. So, and not but. So, I'm watching, and it's not resonating with me simply for the fact that she's saying that she's going through all of these things, right? First of all, she was born into a family who was like shamanistic. And so all of this, shamanistic rituals and things like that, she was born into that. She didn't know what a Bible even looked like until she was an adult, in her late 20s. She didn't even know what a Bible looked like. She didn't even know what Jesus looked like. She didn't even know any of that. Me, I was born in a Christian, we were Baptists. Like, we went to Baptist churches on both sides of my families. I've expressed this. So I know Jesus. I grew up praying to Jesus. I grew up serving and worshiping Jesus. I grew up serving and worshiping God. And then it's just like, it's a lot, because I have like a lot of critiques in my mind, and I want to make sure that that's not, the energy of Boomy that I'm carrying with me, because Boomy is like question everything. Boomy is like, Boomy love to like listen to people and then like invalidate their shit. And so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not carrying that energy with me when I'm listening to her story. I don't want to invalidate her experience at all. But at the same time, there's like things that I'm questioning. Like, the vibe that you're giving is weird. Like, honestly, the vibe that she was giving was possessed witch. She was still giving that vibe. She was still giving that energy. It was still very weird. The way she talked, the way she moved. She chose to be in a dimly lit purple light room. It was very weird for me. And she kept calling Jesus God. And from what I understand, Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus is not God. Jesus still prayed to God. Jesus is the Son of God. She's like, Jesus is God. Jesus is God. Jesus is the creator. And it was just like a lot of things that she was expressing that it was just like, I want to question it, though I don't want to, invalidate her experience, and um, I don't want to get the wrong message of why my God has sent me here to this video to see this. Like, I don't want to get the wrong message, but I feel like I have to follow. It's something about that makes me feel like I have to question what I have been believing to be my God. I don't want to do that. That makes me feel uncomfortable because I know God. I grew up in a church. I grew up praying to Jesus. I grew up worshiping God. I know who God is. God has been leading me and guiding me and directing me this entire time. And I've been led into happiness, more and more happiness. Yes, there is the heartache and the pain of being away from my family right now, but I know it's for a reason. I know everything I've been through has been for a reason, and I see it. I see the results. I see the blessings. I see what God has been giving me in exchange for me being obedient to God. So why is it that this video is making me question so hard everything that I believe in? And I also sat with myself yesterday and was like, maybe it's just her energy. Maybe she is still questioning. Maybe she still doesn't feel settled and right in her own soul. And I'm picking up on that. And that's why I was like, I'm not going to watch the rest of it. And even the message that, the girl that I'm connected with who sent me the video, and she sent me another video, I deleted that message I deleted the whole chat conversation. Not to say that I won't talk to her no more, but I just deleted the whole chat conversation just to get the energy of those videos out of my inbox, so that I can get that energy away from me, so that I could feel more have space to consider what I believe. But here we go with the spirit of confusion. Like I said, it's going to make stuff look a certain way that just... And it's like, I don't want to question everything. I'm questioning everything, but I don't want to. But I know sometimes you need to in order to grow. But I don't want to because I feel like I've been in the right this entire time. But then here I go watching this video back of myself yesterday. I'm like, let me go back to my roots, right? Let me go back to... So if you go to this channel and you scroll all the way down, you will see videos of me. I remember the other day I spoke to y'all about the time frame that I was in that apartment while I was still in Indiana after I had just had my daughter Raji, and I was like, I felt like I was living in hell, in a hellish realm. And there's a video, and it's crazy because I made videos that time around that time frame of me speaking about what I was experiencing at that time. And I deleted all of those videos because I didn't want to make Boomy look bad or feel bad. I didn't want him to find them and feel bad and feel like I was making him look bad and blah, 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 blah. And I deleted those videos. But there's a couple of me saying affirmations to myself and chanting and stuff like that. And I went back to go watch this video, right, of myself, and I was saying affirmations. And I'm watching the video and I'm connecting with it, and it's hitting me in my emotional space because I'm like, wow, I'm admiring how I really be making these videos, and I really like be talking to myself, and I really be uplifting myself, and it really be like I can go back and find a message that I left for myself to uplift myself and empower myself. And I was just like, wow, there's so much power in this. I'm like connecting with it. I'm letting it fill me. I'm letting it fill me with confidence. I'm letting it fill me with love. I'm letting it fill me with all of the energy that I was calling forth to me in that time. And then there was like a certain point in the video where I was like, I stopped embracing. I stopped embracing it because I'm like, am I really chanting and uplifting myself, or am I calling forth the demon? And how could I have been calling forth a demonic spirit onto myself when all I was saying was I love myself and I uplift myself and I unleash myself and I set myself free? And I literally stopped and I questioned, was I talking to myself or was I talking to the demon that was laying and residing into me? And then it's funny because I said that, and then by the time I got to the end of the chant, there was like a certain pause where I was like, whew, and like I could feel myself breathing. Like I took some deep breaths, and like the camera angle changed to where like I could tell I was stretching. And I'm like, in that moment, did I change? Did my energy change? Did I unleash something within myself? And then I noticed myself as I put the camera back on me, and I didn't say anything else after that moment. I just looked at myself in the camera, and I was drinking water. I drank my water, I looked at myself, and I gave myself a look. And I drank some water, and the video ended. And I'm like, what's that mean? Did I change? Did I transform? And then it made me feel away because I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, I can't even believe in my own energy, my own self anymore. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that because I really was connecting with myself in that moment. I literally brought tears to my own eyes of like, wow, I'm really taking a moment to like uplift myself and all of that. And then boom, it just turned into something. It turned into something for me to be afraid of. And like, why am I afraid of myself? Why do I feel like I don't like that? I don't like questioning. I don't like questioning myself in that way. Like, do I feel like I'm possessed by demons? I never felt like that. I mean, there was times where I questioned, like, dang, is there something going on? I don't know. Like, there was times where I was like literally in the spirit of confusion, and I did question like certain stuff, but I always like just pulled my mind out of that space and just kept praying. Like, I would pull myself out of that space of thinking and just pray. Just pray. Like, pray to God, my creator. Please, like, show me clarity of what's the truth. Show me the truth so that I don't have to question. So I don't have to be in confusion. Show me the truth, please. and then move forward in what I feel like God is instructing me to do to get closer to myself. And I never went as far as what she did. Like, she used to pray to like other gods, pray to other deities. She used to pray, and I can't say I never did, because I prayed to the sun and I prayed to the moon sometimes. But I always understood that those were the creations of God. Like, those are God's creations. And they didn't just create themselves. Those were creations of God. I always understood that. So I don't know. It's like, we talk about witchery being demonic, but I feel like there's been times where I consider myself to be a witch, but I always felt like everything I did was by the instruction of the true God, the creator. And I felt like it always drew me closer to the true God, the creator of all of our lives. But I also understand that there has been a time I got into a certain point in space where I felt like, you know, me praying, like, is God hearing me? Is the creator? Like, I had to be very clear. I am praying to the creator, the source of our lives. I wanted to be clear that is who I'm praying to, and nothing else and no one else. And I had to make that clear every time I prayed, because I felt like maybe my prayers were being heard by someone else and I was being manipulated. And I don't I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I felt that, and I don't know where this energy is coming from and why I feel like how I feel. I don't know. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to be confused. I don't want to feel like the affirmations I said to myself were me calling on demons. That don't make sense to me. It's crazy because I listened to this lady talk, and she was speaking about her experience with Jesus, and she was like, Jesus came to her in a physical form. He came to her. And he lit a flame within her heart. Those are my words, but her words were, Jesus held a flame in his hand, and he pressed it to her chest, and she can feel the weight of the sand. So that's how she knows it's real. She can feel the weight of the sand. She can feel the flame fill her heart. She can feel it, transform everything, all of the doubt, all of the fear, I don't know. It felt really weird. Her video felt weird to me. Yes, Raji. Taking her diaper off? Why are you taking your diaper off, Mom? I just put that diaper on you. She's just standing in the middle of the stairs with her diaper halfway on. Okay, well, her potty ain't down here. Her potty is upstairs. Yeah. I feel like I'm listening to these people testimonies, and a lot of people, like, it was very clear that she didn't know herself. It was very clear that in none of this experience has she known herself, and I don't feel like she knows herself now. I don't feel like she knows who she is, who her creator created her to be. I don't feel like she knows that. I don't feel like she ever knew that. I don't feel like she ever knew that. And all of her getting into her rituals and becoming a blood witch and becoming a womb witch and a sorcerer and calling all of these things onto her and finding her power and blah blah blah. I just feel like in none of that did she know herself. And I feel like I know myself. And I feel like my affirmations to myself were I needed that. I needed that at a certain time to empower myself, to remind myself that I knew who I was, so that I wouldn't get lost in the confusion, in the spirit of confusion. So I wouldn't get lost in the spirit of confusion. I know myself. So my chants, my affirmations. I know myself. I love myself. I am beautiful. I am wonderful. I am amazing. I am magical. I am amazing. I know myself. I love myself. I uplift myself. I know myself. I set myself free. Free from the spirit of confusion. Free from condemnation. Free from all of the things that wish to harm me. Why is this even here?
Get off of
You get off of me. Shit. She climbing up here because you climbing up here, and nobody needed to climb up here to begin with. I don't like this because I feel like me. Yes, you're so cute. I love when she does that. When she be like me. She's like me. Why did you take your diaper off? Because I feel like I tapped into some stuff of like people who didn't know themselves. Like, if you don't know yourself, how do you know God? Like, that's why they were so confused and so lost, because they wasn't focused on trying to know themselves. She was trying to find something to fill a void. And the only way you could fill a void within yourself is to fill that void with God. But the love of God, like, you have to love yourself. You have to love who you are. You have to love who you are. And the only way to love who you are is to know who you are. To honor God is to honor yourself. To honor God is to love yourself. To honor God is to know, is to like really appreciate the gift that you are. You are a gift from God unto the world. And like, you have to really like appreciate life, appreciate your existence. You have to know why you are here. The only way to know why you are here is to ask God. But she wasn't asking God. She was looking for that answer in other things. And I feel like I never it's hard to explain. Like, I feel like I always stopped and prayed to God to give me the answer, and then God said, do this and you will find the answer. Like, and I feel like I've done that for so long, that I got into a space of clarity to where up until a few days ago, I actually was just praying to God, and I feel like God was just giving me just straight answers. But I started watching that, and now I'm in a spirit of confusion again. And I want to feel like it's because she's still in confusion. Like, how could this one video have me so perplexed and just caught off guard and caught up in like, well, what is real and what isn't? And having me afraid to embrace what I know to be true, because I've done it. Because I've done it, and I've watched what has resulted from my actions. From me being obedient to God and seeing the results of me being obedient to God. And these are the reasons why I stopped going to church so often. These are the reasons why I have not decided to put myself up under a religion. because I feel like people who be in religions be like, they be like, you can't do this, that, and the third and still believe in God. You can't do this, that, and the third and still worship God, because you are worshiping things outside of God. But if you're praying to God and God is giving you these answers and you're actually following through, you're being obedient with what you feel like God told you, and you feel like it's bringing you closer to God, not something else, not false, like, no, God, your nature, then how can it be wrong? And I feel like in this instance I just have to hold true to just what I've been saying, as far as like, I don't even, why did my mind just go blank? I'm done. I'm just done. I'm just done. I've even sat and considered, is there a demonic energy in or around me that is keeping me from embracing what it is that this woman has been expressing? And in the core of my being, I do not believe that. So I think what I need to do is sit with myself and figure out what is in the core of my being, because in the core of my being is God. So take these questions that I have, that I'm wondering, and take them to God. And I'm going to know the answer, because... Okay. I'm going to get the answer. There's no seat, right? The seat is not right there anymore. You moved it. Somebody moved it. The answers are going to come to me. Because I'm going to ask God, and God's going to tell me. Instead of just sitting here in this conflicted energy of confusion. Put that down, mommy. Put it down, please. Put down, please. Yeah, so I'm going to go pray and clear my energy, clear my spirit, and put some ease to my mind, because this is ridiculous. I feel like there's more so something trying to make me be afraid of embracing myself. Because that's what God wants. God wants you to embrace yourself. Whoop! Do you hear the bird? The bird went off when I said that. There is more so an energy that's present that's trying to keep me from embracing myself. The truth of who I am. The spirit of confusion. Always lurking, trying to grab a hold of my spirit. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go pray to God.
Wow.
And yeah. But it's also, see, this is why I don't want you to have it, because the first thing you did was try to put it in your mouth. No, it's a penny. I thought they were so cute with her little booty cheeks. Anyway, I was gonna say, I'm recording these videos and I'm putting this out there because, like I said, I like to go back once I get my future self is gonna look back on these moments, and be like, girl, woman. So I'm here for it. I'm here for recording and capturing these moments, and I will do my best to never go back and just delete all of my stuff off of my YouTube again, so that I can be able to look back, because I feel like those videos that I deleted previously were very crucial And I feel like I really, really, really wish that I had access to those videos so that I can, like, know what the fuck is happening. Well, not what's happening, but what, like, where my mind was at that time for real. Like, which I know I was having, like, a mental breakdown, kind of. But anyway, yeah, all right, y'all. I'm out. Have a beautiful, wonderful, magical, amazing experience.